Good morning. You know what day it is? Hump day! Mike, 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 Mike. So, new topic. Why is it that we do what we do? Why do humans do the things that we do? Well, we're down in our basics. We're actually pretty simple creatures, and we're really always doing everything that we do in order to try to get a certain feeling. So, think about this and see if I'm right. When we want to do things like lose weight, when we want to have a certain amount of money, we want to have financial freedom, when we want to be in a relationship, even when we do things like overeat or do something that we really don't like, there's a reason that we're doing it. And the reason is because of the feeling that doing that particular thing is going to give us. Why do people smoke? Well, when you take a hit off a cigarette, you take a big, deep breath. So some of the smoking is related to the actual drug, the nicotine, but a big part of it is you feel stressed. So you take a big inhale and then a big exhale, you don't feel so stressed. Why do we overeat? A lot of people are stress eaters. Well, if you're stressed and then all of a sudden you eat a whole bunch of food, all the blood starts going to your belly in order to process that food, and now suddenly you relax and you don't feel so stressed. So it's easy to feel like I need to eat in order to get over the stress. The same thing is true with alcohol. Why is it at the end of a Friday we can't wait to go out and have a couple of drinks? Well, because it changes the chemical makeup of our body and it changes how we feel. We want to be in relationships because we're going to feel loved and appreciated, we think. And so therefore that's why we seek them out. Why do you want a certain amount of money? Because it's going to represent to you security or freedom or whatever the feeling is. So at the end of the day, all of the things that we want to accomplish, we want to do them because of a certain feeling we're going to have. Here's the key to that. When you decide that you've accomplished that thing, who gives you the feeling, or how do you actually get the feeling? You do. You're the one that gives yourself the permission to feel that feeling at a certain point. So here's the secret. Rather than waiting until this particular event happens, why not learn how to feel the feelings now? And you can feel them all the time, and it'll make it even easier for you to achieve these outcomes that you're looking to achieve. And the way to do that is through the triad. So tomorrow we're going to go over the triad, but for today, I want you to get into your head this idea of you can change how you feel at any given moment. And also that we control how we feel with regards to anything that happens. If there's one distinction that you make for the rest of your life, this is probably the most significant one in terms of how you're going to feel about the rest of your life. You control your response to events. Events don't control you, you control you. You can't control the event, but we can always control our response. My wife just lost her mother. She can't control that. You can't control that your parents are going to pass away, but you can control your response to how you're going to feel about that thing. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how you do that. But if there's nothing that is more key to having a fulfilled life than understanding that you're the one that's in control of your emotions at all times. And those emotions that you want to feel on a regular basis, you can give yourself permission and use a technology to feel those emotions all the time. And the quickest way to do it is through your physiology. So, your assignment for today is to use your physiology to get yourself in an excited state and in a bored and tired state. Now, think about this. If somebody was going to come walking into the room and they were super excited, how are they going to come walking into that room? Think about that for just a second. And you all thought of the same thing. When they come into the room, are they going to come in slow or fast? They're going to come in fast. When they come in, is their energy going to be high or is it going to be low? It's going to be high. If they're really excited, they're going to be jumping, right, with their hands up in the air. People who have been blind since birth that compete in the Paralympics, when they're victorious, their hands go up and they jump in the air. That is a biological reaction that has to happen in order to feel pure joy. Well, do it without having anything happen, and you're going to feel the same feelings. The person energy level, are they going to be moving quickly? Are they going to be talking quickly? Of course. That's what it means to be excited. Now, let's say somebody's going to come into the room and they're going to be depressed, significantly depressed. Okay, what are they going to look like? Is their energy going to be up or down? It's going to be down. Are they going to be moving quickly or slowly? Slowly. When they talk to you, are they going to be talking fast or are they going to be talking slowly? They're going to be talking slowly. And what kind of language are they going to use? You know, the person that's excited, they're going to be using language like, this is amazing, this is outstanding, this is incredible, I'm so happy. And the person that's depressed is going to be saying things like, it's never going to work, it's never going to happen, it's never going to work out. So if you want to feel excited, go into an excited physiology and you will feel excited. The body leads everything. How do we know this? Watch athletes. Athletes do this all the time. Before a football player gets ready for a game, they get themselves physically ready. Baseball players are great at this. Right before the ball is going to be pitched, they put themselves in a certain physiology because then they're going to be ready for the play that's going to happen. Batters have routines in order to create this particular physiology. We can do the same thing. You can work on your physiology before you're going to talk to your spouse. You can work on your physiology before you're going to talk to your kids. Before I give any type of talk, I have certain triggers and certain physiologies that I use. But the point for today is get this distinction that what happens in the world doesn't control how you feel. You control how you feel. You can always control your response to whatever it is that happens. And you initially do that by using your physiology. And so for today, after you get done watching this, put yourself in an excited state. Jump up and down, put your hands up in the air, and see how you feel. And then go into a state of bored and tired. And then go back to excited. And see how quickly you can move around, because you've done that before. You've been in a situation where you were, tired or relaxed, and then all of a sudden something happened. Maybe it was an emergency, and suddenly, boom, you were up and you were ready to go, and you no longer had even any inkling of being tired. That is because you radically changed your physiology. We know this with kids. When kids are tired, or at least when I was a kid, we were tired, they would say, well, go outside and do something. I don't know if anybody goes outside anymore, but when I was a kid, if you were tired, they would say, get outside and do something, and you're going to feel differently. And you did. You got outside, you got oxygen, you moved around, and you felt differently. So, biggest distinction you can make in your life. We choose how we feel, always. And we can allow ourselves to be in a reaction if we want, but why would you do that? Instead, control how you feel. All of the things we want feelings. So we're going to learn how to give ourselves those feelings all the time. But for now, what you're going to do is learn how to put yourself in an excited state, take yourself out of bored and tired, and then go into an excited state. Just to show that it's possible and to show that the physiology is what leads everything. And it'll start you on a path of being able to control all of your emotions all the time, which is really what all of this is about. At the end of the day, feelings are what we want. And so we're going to learn how to give them to ourselves all the time. So I'm going to say hi to everybody. Deanne, great to see you. Mr. Drehobel, how's things going down in Florida? Mr. Lampy, always great to see you. Chanel, hope the clerk's office is doing great. Jamie Williams, thank you so much for watching. Janine, great to see you. And Jim, great to see all you guys. Everybody's on this morning. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.